All-Star break is over now. It's time to start talking about award races in the NBA. And the guys from First Take all had their opinions on who should win the Most Valuable Player award. Of course, I'm a Detroit Pistons fan, so I'm gonna have to go with Cade. But let's see what everybody else says, and let's hear the reasons why they have their own contenders.
While Wembanyama has the sixth shortest odds at 60 to 1. That's according to DraftKings Sportsbook. SGA would be the first player to win back-to-back MVP awards since Nikola Jokic did it in 2021 and 2022. Yesterday on First Take.
In 2 years, Victor Wembanyama will be the most dominant player in this league. Maybe next year.
Gave his thoughts on who he thinks deserves the award this season.
If I had to vote today, Jalen Brown gets my vote for MVP. He is the best two-way player in the game. He's the only player in the NBA that is top 5 in scoring and top 5 defensively when it comes down to opponent field goal percentage. That is MVP status. I don't want to say this to be like, to slight Derek White or be disrespectful to what Peyton Pritchard is doing, but Jalen Brown is doing more with less. So he would get my MVP vote.
Okay, so that's Perk's MVP vote.
That's an interesting thought. That team is playing much, much, much better. Boston went next year when Jason Tatum comes back and they have Tatum and Brown again. It's going to be scary.
Vote. He would go with Jalen Brown, obviously, of the Celtics. Chanae and Wendy are back here with us on First Take. Wendy, who would you take for this year's MVP right now?
Right now, I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's had an absolutely spectacular season. The Thunder have been almost unbeatable when he's been out there. He is injured right now, but he has only missed 5 games. So I think, as long as this abdominal injury doesn't last, he should stay within the threshold. Hope he doesn't get hurt again. He's a completely generational scorer and also excellent at the defensive end. He happens to be, in a lot of cases, their weakest defender, but he's still excellent, and so I've got him there. I will say this, we haven't had an American win the MVP since 2018. If Shai misses enough games, and I don't know how long this injury is going to keep him out, I do think Jalen Brown is a compelling case, as with Cade Cunningham, but that's one sidelight to keep an eye on as this goes on.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now, in my opinion, is the best player in the league. There's really no guarding him offensively. Drive right by you, can shoot the mid-range. His weakness is on the defensive end, but he still plays on a very, very good defensive team. They have length. They're still very young. To me, the Oklahoma City Thunder might be the best ran organization in the league because they still have all kinds of assets they can use to get more players. They still got a bunch of first-round picks. I'm envious of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Right now, the best player in the league.
Chanae, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Wendy when it comes to the momentum potentially shifting due to players missing games. If it's cool in the control room, can we put up those odds again? Because I think it's fascinating. Obviously, SGA is having a great year. Nikola Jokic is a walking triple-double. But with those two being out a number of games, thank you so much for that. I want to actually give some consideration to Cade Cunningham because I remember 2 seasons ago, sitting in studio, and we were talking about the Detroit Pistons potentially breaking the all-time losing streak record with 28 games, and they tied that record. And then 2 seasons later, this guy has his squad at number 1 in the East. It's an amazing turnaround story. He's currently averaging 25 points. He is second behind Jokic in assists per game, and he is their primary ball handler, primary shot creator, major decision maker. He's a playmaker, clearly. I just love what Cade has done, and you're never going to rush him. He plays with a unique controlled tempo, so I believe Cade deserves consideration behind some of those superstars who have already been previously MVP for what he's been able to do in such a short amount of time. Now, I also like Jalen Brown, too, because as Perk said, he's doing more with less. I believe he's number 1 or number 2 when it comes to usage. So they're using him a lot, and he's producing, and he's got this team in a place that is considered shocking considering that they're without Jason Tatum. But Cade, the overall masterpiece that he's been able to do, to me, has also deserved consideration in this conversation.
Another thing about Cade Cunningham is, to me, the closest thing to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the league, because he does everything, including defense. He really competes hard on the defensive end, and is a pretty good sharp blocker because he has a 7-foot wingspan and good timing. He gets steals, he rebounds, assists, 3-point shot, midi off the dribble. Cade is an incredible basketball player, and at very least, is the third or fourth best guard in the league. The closest thing to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as far as guards go in the league right now is Cade Cunningham. That's why he has my vote for MVP. What do you guys think? Let's see what the rest of the people on First Take think.
I can see Cunningham. Go ahead, Steve. I'll go quick, Steve. Yeah. First off, Wembanyama should not be on the list. He's only played 38, 39 games. I mean, you got to play 75 games. I know the rule says not, but to me, I got to play in the 70s before I give you the MVP. But I'm with you guys. I'm going to go Jalen. I'm with Perk too. I'm going Jalen Brown, and I'm going to give you this way. Vegas, before the year began, the Celtics were around 41 wins. They're 34-19. They're going to win over 50 games. Mm-hmm. Vegas thought without Tatum, they'd be a 500 team. And they're going to go out there and they're going to win 50. And the big reason why is because of him. I mean, he has played really well. Offense, defense, I'll let you guys figure out the metrics. And Cunningham is a very good choice. You could take him too. But the Pistons are more than 41.5. I can see Cunningham, but I think Perk hit it right in the head. I'm shocked the Celtics have played so well without Tatum. I'll go Jalen Brown, Stevie.
It's a toss-up to me between Jalen Brown and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is so smooth, you damn near forget him half the time because of his greatness. I mean, it's just automatic. It's become automatic. The brother is averaging 31.8 points per game. He's shooting 55% from the field. Mm-hmm. For the best team in basketball.
He's a guard, y'all.
Fresh off an NBA
or wing at best.
A league MVP. And an NBA Finals MVP. The year before that, he was the runner-up for league MVP. He's averaged over 30, now going on his 4th consecutive year. It's just automatic. And he's your point guard running the show, plus he defends. The brother's special. It's just that simple. Jalen Brown comes in. The part where he's doing more with less matters. The fact that he's doing it without Jason Tatum really speaks volumes. But what should really resonate with all of us is the fact that he was a secondary option all of these years. That was ignored. He's been in like 6, 7 Eastern Conference Finals. That's been ignored. He's been to 2 NBA Finals. That was ignored. He's a champion in an NBA Finals MVP. That was ignored. All of that coming into this season because what we said was, did that brother get paid $304 million? $304 million. Okay, yo, what you gonna do about it? And he said, here's what I'm going to do about it. And has carried these brothers to a top 3 seed within the Eastern Conference. Jalen Brown is that dude. And he has put everybody on notice. Guess what? When Tatum come back, it's gonna be 2 1A options. Because this brother ain't a backseat. He don't have to take a backseat to anybody because of what he does on both ends of the floor. I can't forget.
Just him winning the Finals MVP. That alone makes him not have to take a backseat to anybody.
Cade Cunningham deserves strong consideration. You're absolutely right, Shanae. I get it. But we ain't going to finish this conversation without mentioning my man Jalen Brunson as a league MVP candidate. He's averaging more points than Cade Cunningham. He's shooting better from the field and from 3-point range than Cade Cunningham. He is carrying the New York Knicks most nights. Not to say that Cade doesn't. Cade is right in there. It's 4 candidates for league MVP as far as I'm concerned. And it's those 4. It's Shea Butter with Jalen Brown. And then, of course, there's obviously Jalen Brunson and Cade Cunningham. That's how I see it.
Can I add one more name to this list that no one has brought up yet? What about Tyrese Maxey? The dude is first in the NBA in points. You talk about availability.
He plays every game.
He plays every game. He leads the NBA in touches and minutes.
True.
He's second in steals.
True.
He has the Sixers team sixth in the East. He's impeccable in clutch time situations. And I feel like because the Sixers are always so riddled with injuries, we never know what we're going to get out of Paul George or Joel Embiid. Sometimes he gets pushed to the wayside. But I feel like Tyrese Maxey could be involved in this conversation as well, Wendy.
He has to be.
I think Maxey has a great chance to make first team or all NBA team. Stephen A., I don't. Jalen Brown's having a phenomenal season, but I don't think someone with a $300 million contract who's a Finals MVP has not been ignored. But I will say that one of the reasons why people had such low expectations for the Celtics wasn't just because Tatum got hurt, but because
if you give me $304 million, ignore the fuck out of me. Ignore me for $304 million. If you give me a couple $100 right now, ignore the shit out of me. But I would love to be ignored for $304 million. Don't ever say nothing to me at all and be sitting right next to me in the same room. Fuck it.
Because they lost these other players. So he's uplifted them. And if you're going to, I think the strongest thing that Perk is saying about Jalen Brunson is a two-way player. And that's the thing that he has got over.
Yeah, he is a very good defender.
Over a guy like Jalen Brunson, over a guy like Tyrese Maxey, is that he is so strong at both ends of the court.
Well, I guess that's it for this video. I also think that Wembanyama should, 39 games, they've played about 55. I think he's played enough games and is effective enough to be considered in that conversation. The best defensive big in the league, him and Isaiah Stewart are neck and neck. And he may play more games than Isaiah Stewart because Isaiah Stewart is going to be suspended. And Isaiah Stewart has missed a couple games because of injury as well. But let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know who y'all, maybe you guys have somebody else that they didn't talk about or we haven't spoke on in this MVP race. I also like Tyrese Maxey, but I like everybody else. I put everybody else that's on that list over Maxey because most of their teams are better, are playing better right now. But that's just my opinion. This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock, Mickey Coleman. And I am gone for now. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm out.